All right, thanks, guys. Coach Day, appreciate your time as always. So, all right, so now we're coming back on the road. You guys played really well at Washington. That was more of a cross-country trip. What do you expect from your guys out here in kind of a traditional Big Ten environment on the road?
Well, we know this is going to be a challenge for us. You know, on the road, veteran quarterback who I think is playing as good as anybody in the conference. Yeah. And, you know, against a team that, you know, going into the season is a top 10 team in the country.
Yeah.
They had this, you know, this kind of outlier game against Indiana, but they come back and you see the resilience of them. So we know it's going to be a very difficult game. It's going to be a great environment, you know, like it is, you know, when we go on the road. And so we got to be able to handle it and start fast.
Last time we saw you, it was the first game of the year, and you had this unproven commodity at quarterback. What's different about Julian Sayin today than what we expected against Texas?
Well, he's played now, so you know he's been on the road once. You know he's played in some big games early on, which has been good. His confidence is building every day. I think he's got a better command of the offense, and the guys around him believe in him.
How about defensively? You guys have played incredible on the defensive side. Matt Patricia came in as your new defensive coordinator. What has he brought to your team and specifically that side of the ball so far this year?
Confidence. I think they're playing with great confidence right now, but you know you got to bring it every week. So this is a new challenge, a new attack. So we got to go put it on the field. But he's built relationships early on with the coaching staff, with the players. They believe in him, and they're playing with confidence. And I think you know our guys are putting them in the right position to be successful. But to me, at the end of the day, it still comes down to the players on the field and the physicality and effort they're playing with.
Coach, appreciate your time, man. Good luck today.
Thanks, Joe.
You got it. Rob?
Klatt, thank you. We'll talk about the Buckeyes D in a little bit, but how about the offense? Stars aplenty for this edition of the Buckeyes. The quarterback, Sayin, has an FBS best completion percentage. Lamar Bo Jackson faces all FBS freshmen with 90 rushing yards per game. Heisman candidate Jeremiah Smith leads the Big Ten with 6 receiving touchdowns. And Carnell Tate had a career-high 183 receiving yards in last week's win over Minnesota. Coach Day saying this week that every day Julian Sayin sounds a little different because he knows he belongs now, and he has done everything that the Buckeyes have asked of him this far.
He's checked every box. If there was any concerns about what Julian Sayin would be as a quarterback for this team this season, I think he's answered a lot of those questions. He did week 1, but he has ever since then. And in some of the talk we hear, Matt, 80% completion percentage leading the country. That's ridiculous numbers. But what impresses me the most is they're like, oh, he doesn't really throw the football down the field. Well, they don't all the time, but when they do, he's incredibly effective at doing it. He's one of the most accurate passers downfield, and it's easy when you've got Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, but look at the ball placement. He's put us in spots where his playmakers can make those catches, they can make those plays. So I don't have any concerns about this young man and what he's able to do for this team moving forward. I think the question is, how does the offense continue to grow and evolve over the course of the season?
Well, I think we expected a lot. You know, we didn't expect a lot from him week 1 against Texas. First start, he's a young kid. He went out there and managed the game. He is not a game manager. He's gotten better every single week. You talk about the shots downfield. To me, there's just some plays that stand out on film that he kind of goes above and beyond the X's and O's, right? Getting force out to his left, doesn't really get a chance to flip the hips. A dime about 15 yards to the sideline. This one I love, Brady. You and I both know. That is not good right there. They don't pick up the twist right there. How about this? 30 yards downfield, a seam ball with a guy in his face. Those are just things you can't coach and teach.
That's playing quarterback.
It's just playing quarterback. So this kid, he's just growing in front of our eyes every single week. There's a reason why he was the #1 player in the country, coach coming out of high school. And guess what? With those receivers against statistically the worst pass defense in the Big Ten, could have a big day today.
Yeah, you talk about Ohio State receiving crew. Again, Brady, they got the best receiving crew in the country. You can stop one good receiver. You can't stop 2 because one of those receivers is going to have those 2 words they want to hear, single coverage. Carnell Tate had his career day last week. He's got the size. He's 6'3", 195, fast, and he had 9 balls for 183 yards. Take a look here. Here's what you're going to see is single coverage. Why? Because there's 2 excellent receivers. Best player in America, Jeremiah Smith, touchdown. Next one you're going to see Carnell Tate. Makes him, look at his hands, look at his size, look at his speed. Again, he could be the #1 receiver in any team in the country. Watch Jeremiah come on the fake reverse. There's 4 or 5 defenders from Minnesota. That leaves what, Brady? The 2 words every receiver wants to hear?
Single coverage.
Single coverage. Remember, you can stop 1. You can't stop 2, and they have 2.
Coach, man, I want to talk about the running back, Bo Jackson. The first game, he didn't play at all. Versus Grambling, he starts making plays towards the end of the game, and he starts working his way into this rotation. How do you work your way into a rotation from being a non-starter as a freshman running back? Let me show you some of this tape, man. He's a good player as a freshman. Listen, here you go, Brady. Yards after contact, tough yards. Get the yards after contact. When none's there, make something. I love it. Then you got him right here, picking up pass pro. As a freshman, you got to be able to go in there, diagnose pressure, and be able to pick up the pass pro. And here you go right here, checking the protection, getting out into the flat for the check down. Hey, low risk, high reward. Good hands out of the backfield. We love that. And then the big playmaking ability. Here you go. You see it. Being decisive, hitting the hole, breaking tackles, and going to the crib. Not going to the crib, but big run, big run. Big playability. This is a freshman who is learning. He's going to continue to improve. He's going to continue to get better. And you talk about Julian Saint, you talk about those receivers. You add Bo Jackson in this run game to this mix, this is a dangerous team.
He forces teams to have to respect Ohio State's rushing attack. I don't know that we thought that coming into the season. They have to now.
If your name is Bo Jackson,
You got to step
Bo knows.
properly.